Hi everyone, quick video today. I'm just going to do my top 5 fictional boyfriends. I'm not like as obsessive about these as a lot of readers are, or at least a lot of online readers are. I do have a few that I think are just absolutely fantastic characters and I would happily be with if it was realistic. So yeah, let's just crack straight into it. I only actually really have these 5. There's a couple that I'm like, yeah, maybe they'd be nice, but these 5 are the actual true, like, fictional loves of my life or whatever. So, anyways, at number 5 we have a character from Ink Exchange and the entire Wicked Lovely series, but this one in particular has a lot about this character, and that is Neil from the series. He is a summer fae in the beginning of the series. I don't want to spoil it too much, but he does end up showing his true colours as the series develops, and it is what I like about him. I like the fact that he has such a strong friendship with 2 prominent males in this series who are very different, and that he can show his loyalty and he can still be himself. That is very attractive about him, you know. I also like the fact that by the end of the series he has truly found who he is, and he goes through quite a bit of a self journey, and he does grow a lot as a character. I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but you know, he does go through a big change in his life in this series, and this series is the one where he falls in love, this book in the series, and of course we go through all that story with him. So yeah, and then for entry number 4, you're going to be like, what, Vicky? But this series again, and I'm going to go with Ariel, I think is how you pronounce his name. He is the Dark King, and he just has that charm about him. He's a very strong male in the story, and something that he unfortunately needs is a queen, and we do follow his hunt for the queen in this story. That is what this one is about, basically. It's his hunt for his queen and the story that he goes through. And again, he has a lot of friendships that are tested, and he does also go through a big change throughout this story, but it's the fact that he's such an authority figure, but he's also realistic about it. Like, he may be a king, but he doesn't have that air of, well, because I'm the king, I'm better than everyone and I can do what I want. He does what's right for his kingdom, as he's the Dark King, so you know, he does what's right for the Dark Fae. And I like that about him, and I love the friendship that he has with his best friend in this series, and he's just brilliant. Like, either them 2 fairies, I'm there. I'm willing. So yeah, right, that's enough of Wicked Lovely now, right? I'll leave it alone. The next one is from Under the Never Sky, and you can probably guess already, it's Perry. He is he goes through a lot of like growing up, and he understands his world a lot more by the end of this series, and the like growing with him is something that makes him even more attractive. But he's one of the few like outdoorsy guys that I'm a bit like, I like that. You know, that is something special. If you can be an outdoorsy guy and you attract me, you must be awesome. I just love the fact that he has all these like instant judgments that have been like installed in him throughout his life, that he is challenging, and that of course when he finds Arya, he ends up, you know, changing, but he's not really changing himself, he's just changing his perspective on life, because she has like brought out a better side of him. And he is very cold and distant at first, but he has got some charm, and that is something that I like about him, the fact that she brings out the charm in him, and he just is so protective, and he just wants to do right for the people in his tribe, and especially his nephew. So Perry. Number 2 is the first fictional love of my life. He has been around since I was about 14. I have been like, if you were a real man, I'd love you. And that is Emperor Hotohori from Fushigi Yugi. This is a character who, at first, he seems very vain and well, he does have that, well, it's just like his sense of humour is how beautiful he is, but really he's just a strong leader, and he just, again, he wants to do what's best for everyone in his kingdom, and he just wants to help find these warriors. And when you find out, of course, he is a warrior himself, you just see the side of him that is willing to fight for what's right. And the things he says to Miyako, if you are the right girl, he has got such a beautiful personality, and he will do anything that it takes to let you know how loved you truly are by him. You know, he may seem vain at first, but once you get underneath that layer, you see such a beautiful soul. And I think that's what I like about him. I like the fact that, like, once you get past the initial character, he is a very beautiful person, and he's so loving and caring, and he's just there to be loyal to whoever it is that is in his heart. That's what I like about Hotori. And finally, number 1, which if you've seen any videos where I've mentioned this series, you will not be surprised at all. I don't care. And that is Prince Maxon from The Selection. I just love him. Well, I don't actually love him, you know, but he's just so witty and sarcastic, but charming at the same time. And if you are funny, you know, if you've got that sarcastic streak in you, I do find that incredibly attractive, and that is something that I find in Maxon. And when you hear more about his backstory and what he's gone through in his life, you just realise that he has come out of things so well, and he's such a strong human being. And again, he's another one who cares a lot for the people in his kingdom, and he wants to do what's right, and that's why he's questioning a lot of things about what his father has done before him. And again, it's a good feature, you know, wanting what's best for those around you, whilst also trying to do what's right for yourself. Because, you know, obviously he's not going to just rule the kingdom the way that his father did. And that's great. And so, yeah, Prince Maxon, I just love, again, it's his humour. The things that he says to America are just charming and funny, and it's just brilliant. And I also like the fact that he's a well-dressed man, because, let's face it, it's rare to have a man who is well-dressed, but not well-dressed in a way that you wonder whether or not he's straight. Not meaning to be horrible there, but let's face it, top man fashion isn't exactly great for knowing a guy's sexuality. So yeah, that's my top 5 fictional boyfriends. Thought this would be a bit of a fun video. Hope you enjoyed it. See you later.